Oh no. Whew. Alright, it is spooky season and I'm addicted to Pinterest, especially those cute like Halloween-y Pinterest treats. So in front of me are a bunch of things that I just bought to make, well, attempt to make these Pinterest-inspired Halloween snacks. So let's just, I guess, start. So the first thing we're gonna make is going to be cupcakes with this like Betty Crocker chocolate fudge mix stuff. So I'm gonna put it in this because this is what I have. And we're gonna be making two different kinds of cupcakes. One of them is like with like a witch hat, and the other one is like more like a spider. So yeah, I'm gonna take this thing out. I think it comes out first. Oh, I should heat the oven first actually. Heat the oven. Smells good. Now, I've never really baked Halloween style treats, like maybe once ever, and it wasn't really bacon, it was like marshmallows and I made like Frankenstein out of them. But it's actually because I grew up in a very Catholic household, so we didn't actually celebrate Halloween, which like nothing against that, like if you don't want to celebrate, like that's fine. But as an adult, I'm like, oh yeah, like I do want to celebrate Halloween because it's kind of things that I wanted to do as a kid, but obviously people are raised differently, and so I didn't get to have that Halloween experience, which is why I think I have such like an obsession with Halloween, because I kind of missed out on it. Vegetable oil always reminds me of my grandma because she always used it to make pancakes. So I'd wake up and I would just smell pancakes and vegetable oil. So anytime I smell it, I instantly think of pancakes. And so sometimes it's strange when I'm making dumplings with like vegetable oil, because I'm like, oh, it smells like pancakes, but it's actually dumplings, so it's like completely different. So I don't actually have like one of those automated mixers, but I do have a whisk. So it says that I need to basically beat it very vigorously for like 2 minutes. I'm gonna crush the eggs first though. Oh, and I'm gonna move my phone because I don't want it to get covered in cake. Growing up, I used to be a horrible cook because I didn't understand the measurements. I am not the best at math, so yeah, that's probably why. And I always made the grossest tasting stuff. Like, I remember there was a time my friend and I, we tried to make cookies, and they looked beautiful. Like this, like we tried to make cookies before and they always turned out horrible, but this time we followed it to like a T, and she and I were really excited, and then we took the cookies out of the oven, they looked great, they smelled great, and we're like, did we finally do it? And this is when I was like 16 maybe. And we take a bite of the cookies and we're like, oh my goodness, why are they so salty? And the weirdest part about it is that we didn't put any salt at all in the cookies. Like, we purposely avoided that because we didn't want them to be salty. But they were the saltiest cookies ever. And then that was pretty much the last time she and I ever cooked together, because it did not. We're just like, you know what, like we're cursed. And then there was another time, a different friend and I, we tried to make these like cheesecake, I think they were like cheesecake muffins, and they looked great at first, like they smelled amazing. We're like, yeah, this is great. Put it in the oven, take it out of the oven, and they were the most disgusting things in the whole world. They looked like a horrible volcano, like it looked like a science experiment. So I've been very cursed when it comes to bacon. I've learned how to cook, like after moving out of like my home and like living on my own and stuff, but bacon is something that I haven't really tried, so I'm very scared of how these are gonna turn out. But they look good right now, they smell amazing, so maybe I won't be cursed anymore. So according to their instructions, it should make 24 cupcakes, and this is a 2, 4, 6, 8. Perfect. Okay, so this whole entire tray basically will be full of cupcakes. I just hope I have enough of these like little wrapper thins. I these. It's a cupcake decorating set for like beginners, and on the back of it, it has like just what the little, what are they called? Like the nubs, the tips, the things that you put on the piping bag, and it tells you like what the icing will look like when it comes out. So I'm really excited to use this, and I'm a little intimidated by it, but we'll see how it turns out. It says it's for beginners, so hopefully I'll be good. I did not mix this right. There's like, what? Okay. It's like a bunch of the powder still here. This is, okay, I thought I felt good about this, but no I don't. What's happening? It's like stuck in the corners. Is this why you're like supposed to beat it harder? Out of the whole cupcake making process, this is actually my least favorite part because I always spill it. So I don't know if there's like a special way that you're supposed to like plop in the mixture, but I have no idea. I also think these things are too big. Okay. So a technique that my grandma taught me when she was doing her best to teach me how to bake is that you're not supposed to fill them with the full weight yet, just because every scoop is going to be like more or less than the other. So you just like drop in a little bit at a time on like each one of these things, and then you just go back and just top off what needs to be topped off. And I mean, perhaps this is like everyday information, but I don't know, if you don't know it, now you do know it, so we're learning every single day. Oh no. Whew. Okay, let's try that again. Wait, are there two in here? Ooh. Wait a second. There is another one in there. So now we have more cupcakes than we thought. Okay, Google, set an alarm for 15 minutes, please.
12:06 p.m. Set.
Alright, so the next thing that we're going to make while we wait for the beautiful, beautiful cupcakes. I almost forgot the word, so I just kept saying beautiful until my brain was like finished lagging. So once the cupcakes are done. So while the cupcakes are cooking, we're going to do cookies, and then we're also going to do strawberries covered in beautiful white chocolate because they're going to be like ghosts. This one's probably going to be the easiest one. Basically, I just melted all of this white ice. Well, not ice, I'm sorry. I melted all this white chocolate chip stuff. I'm going to take my strawberries, which I have washed, and I've just dried them. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip them in here because we're creating like ghosts. So now that the ghosts are cooling down, the next one I'm going to do, which is the one that I have the least amount of hope in, are the cookies. So I'm hoping to be like monster cookies, so I have like an assortment of like food coloring in front of me. And the picture I saw on Pinterest, it was black, and I have no idea how to do that because I don't have like the right colors or anything for that, and I couldn't find any like black food dye. So I'm just going to mix a bunch of colors together and hope for the best that this will change color. And then I also don't have candy eyeballs, which are in that picture, but I have like Smarties and M&Ms that I'll probably put like a little dot on. So hopefully we'll see what happens. and then we're just gonna like peel them off into little like small pieces, and then we're gonna put them on here and make some cookies. We are back. Everything is all cooled down, ready to go. The cookies were a bit of a bust. Let me show you why. They did not change color. They just look like cookies. So that's a bit of a bust, but I'm sure they'll taste great. Hopefully. And I put M&Ms in them, so you can never go wrong with M&Ms because those are the best candy in the world, best chocolate. So this is the moment that I've been really excited for, and that's decorating the cupcakes. So what I've done is I've put 10 here and 10 here, and I'm going to do 2 different designs as seen on Pinterest. It's the moment we've all been waiting for. It is now time for the taste test and the rating. So I'm gonna start off with the cookies right here. I would say 0 out of 10 in terms of matching it to what I wanted to do on Pinterest. So for the cookies, although they don't look very pretty, they taste pretty good. Like, I think I overcooked them a little bit, so I give them maybe like 6 out of 10. They're pretty good. The beautiful ghost strawberries, in my defense, I did not have black food dye or any of those like little squiggly details, so I think I'll give it a 3 out of 10 because I think the white icing on it looks really good. The ghost strawberries are amazing. I would give those an 8.5 out of 10. The strawberries were a little old, so that's why I didn't give them a higher rating than that. Next up, we got the Oreo spiders. Honestly, I think they're super cute, and you kind of see spiders like if you really like focus on it. Like, I think if you look at them, you wouldn't think they're spiders, but if you look at them again, you would kind of notice they're spiders. Again, I didn't have that black food dye or the squiggly thing to make that detailing, nor did they have candy eyes, so I just used the white chocolate and then I just put a little bit of food color in the center. So I give those a 5 out of 10 because I think they look pretty cool. The spider Oreo cookies were amazing, 9 out of 10. They were delicious and I love them. The witch hats are the last one here. The colors on them are pretty cool. I know in the image it was orange, not yellow, but I didn't have orange and I didn't even think about the possibility of mixing colors to make orange, but honestly, I kind of hate them. I would say they're maybe like a 4.3 out of 10. So the witch hat ones, although they are hideous by every means possible, like the ghosts, they tasted the exact same as the spider ones, so this is also a 9 out of 10 in terms of taste. And I've got to say that these Pinterest things, they look so easy. You see a picture, you go, I can totally do that. But honestly, I really tried. Like, I tried my best to make these look good, and they still turned out the way they did. I hope you enjoyed this attempt at a Pinterest Halloween edition. Feel free to attempt it yourself. That would be super cool. And tag me on social media. You can find I'm Talking Waffles on like every single social platform, so whichever one you prefer, send the video that you made, and I would love to see how much better you can do than me. So that's kind of a challenge to you. As well, of course, don't forget to hit subscribe wherever it is right now. I think it's down here, and turn the bell notification on. Of course, leave a like and comment down below what your favorite Halloween thing is in general, like what your favorite Halloween candy is. So with that, I will bid you a great rest of your morning, great rest of your evening, great rest of your apocalypse, and just great rest of spooky season. Okay, bye!